The expectation go with a lack for both games this weekend.
Yeah, he definitely starts tomorrow, and it looks like he probably go back in Sunday, but generally, I'll give you that on Saturday after the game. Probably have a better update on that, but he's definitely going in tomorrow.
Emotionally, what's it for your team to lose a guy who's a popular player into being a key player?
Tuukka?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the guy, tomorrow will be focused on the Maple Leafs, business as usual. That'll be the focus of the staff and the players. I'm sure different players that are different friendships will reach out to Tuukka, and we'll go from there with that. But you lose some players here and there during the year, and I think teams are pretty good at getting dialed into business when it's time to, and that'll be tomorrow.
Was it an extra long video session to kind of lead to the way to start practice?
Well, we waited for JFK to get here. He got stuck a little bit. That was part of it. We had the ice from 11:30 to 1, so we knew we'd probably be out there 30, 35 minutes. We felt like annoying the media a little bit, make them wait. So put those three things together. I was just seeing if anybody's listening out there. Thanks.
Do you have a plan for JFK?
Yeah, he's going to go in and he's a centerman, so he's going to go play center on the third line. He'll play with Danton on the left wing. Right wing, right now Backus was there today. Could be a different right winger, but I guess to expand on that, we liked his training camp. We didn't feel he was ready to start here. We would have started here, but he made some plays. He didn't get scored on. We wanted to go work on certain things. We've addressed, up the compete level in terms of winning pucks. We thought he had a decent start. He had a personal matter to take care of back home. So we got back, got his feet under him, and we made the decision to give it a go here. We'll see how it plays out for him. Hopefully he's up to the challenge.
Is it sense that maybe Backus is better off in the wing after watching him since he came back?
We like that he's able to move in there, but we've always felt that was a better spot for him. So today's the day we're going to decide to go forward with it. We tried Nordy in there, and we could. I don't want to get through all the, but he's really, I think, helped Krejci's line. So he's going to stay where he is. And then we want a little bit of pace through the middle of the ice, and I think JFK gives us that. He can make plays. For him, it's just, he's going to be playing against good players, heavy players every night. He's got to be up to that task, and that's the challenge in front of him.
It looks like that. I know it's literally been in a week, 2-3 days, but maybe that's a fine at that spot.
Well, whether it's permanent will depend on. I don't think his details will go away. I don't think his energy goes away, or his 200-foot game is. Can the line produce? And he's part of that line. Obviously, Kretsch is the guy that drives it and the playmaker. We saw Jake harder on the puck last night, attack the net. So if he can keep that up, he can certainly finish. Then Nordy has to find his production role there. If those two take off, Kretsch and DeBruskin, we can move someone in there to help their offense and use Nordy in a little different role, and that may happen as well. So I guess Mike, I don't know if he'll stay there permanently. I like what the line did last night. We talked about secondary scoring, and he was part of that, helping them out. So right now he stays there.
With respect that you may not want to get into too much detail, but the conversation between Chara and Bruins there just before practice, what was the message there just amongst that?
We had a video session today, and it was a little bit, in a nutshell, we reviewed our penalty kill. So they're both on it. So there was a couple of things there we wanted to revisit. We talked about very briefly when we're good, each line and the D, and when we chase the game, so to speak. So I went back over it with them, a couple of points. They're our two biggest leaders on the team, and just to emphasize a bit about what we were trying to cover today, and then let's move on. Let's get ready for Toronto, have a good practice today, get back to feeling good about ourselves, and see where it leads. So that's essentially what it was about.
So I guess that kind of helps if you've got two guys there saying, this is what we want to get done in practice today.
Well, sometimes, you go through a video, younger guys are then, wondering and having questions like, listen, let's not overthink it. We addressed here what we want. Let's bring it to the table tomorrow. Today, let's make sure everyone's in a good place, focused on the drill that we're doing, and go from there. And obviously they can help with that. They're leaders of the team, and they usually start drills, so that's about it.
I know it's admirable, Krug did at the end of the game last night, stepping up, kind of defending one of his teammates, but is there any concern just when you look at the way fighting the majors are for your team? It seems like the smallest guys are, the ones that are kind of doing that job between Marchand and Chari and Krug. Right?
Well, reactionary, I think both of them, right? So it's not like a lot of time had passed, we tapped them on the shoulder, they decided. It just, they both reacted to a hit that they didn't like. And that, to me, is what happened in both instances. Would we want them to be, I guess, going forward, if you're getting at why, you can go ahead, ask me, should someone else have done it, or do you feel that they should not be doing it?
That's
Or
what I mean, kind of like that it's being left to them sort of in a way where they're probably not the ideal people.
Yeah, I don't know, honestly, if it was left to them, they reacted first. Do we need other people to take care of that in this dressing room when that situation? Yes. We expect other guys that are more, that's part of that club's in their bag, whatever the expression is, to take care of that. And sometimes that means going over talking to the player. Sometimes that means being hard on their skill in return. That doesn't always mean dropping your gloves, right? And that's part of the message. Listen, you initiate that stuff, the rest of the stuff will find you. And I think that's where, when we're good, we're doing that. We're hard on other teams' skill, and they get annoyed. Saw it Toronto last year in the playoffs. We played a guy hard, Marner, good player against us, probably their best, played him hard. They reacted. And I think that's kind of maybe the message a little bit more this morning. Let's initiate, not have to worry about retaliating. And then we won't be in these situations. And when they arise, whoever's first aboard will be first aboard. And I think that's what happened with Krug and Marshy. So kind of, I don't know if I'm answering your question, but let's initiate. Let's be the aggressor within the rules, because it was a clean hit. And then go from there, see what happens. And if we have to stick together after that, then we will, because we always have.
Two more. That stretch, I guess, before last night, where Russ stuck up 3 and still looking for his first. I mean, did you go over, show the video of last year, what they were doing well, or what kind of things was the coaches saying?
We actually sat down, Joe, Jay, and I, with Jake the other day and talked to him about a little bit about preparing every day, not so much shift to shift, what happened against Nashville, or just, hey, we went over some stuff, but what's going on? Are you preparing yourself to play? So he had a couple of thoughts from junior coach that, they used to remind him. And so we kind of backed up some of those, thinking, hey, be a self-starter, come to the rink every day, ready to go. So I think he just had more focus going into the game last night. So right away that helps. Second part is the puck finds you a little bit more, and he took advantage of it by attacking, not sort of wanting it the easy way. He did. There's a play he made in the first period. He squeezed by the boards. We saw that a lot last year. He took a hit, absorbed it, ducked low, got under it, attacked the net, made a play to Krejci that ended up going to Moore. They didn't score on. So there's just more attacking mentality. Getting inside, we'll call it. And he did it well. And sure enough, he gets a few. Power play goal, that's a set play. He was ready for it. Game before against Dallas, he got his stick lifted by Adobe, same play. So to me, it was just all between the ears that he was dialed in and a little harder on pucks.
Good. So York would be the odd man out at this point?
No, we haven't decided that. We'll look at Toronto a little closer tomorrow. Earlier in the year, we kind of rotated guys, and I think it kept players motivated to be at their best. Not that they don't want to be every night, but maybe that's an avenue we got to go down here again.